My name is Graeme. I'm an investment manager with Beaufort Securities. And this afternoon, just briefly going to run you through Beaufort Securities and the services that we offer. Statutory risk warning: investing in the stock market, I'm sure you're aware, can be dangerous. So, Beaufort Securities, we've been around for nearly 25 years. We've got over 30,000 clients, of which over 16,000 are advisory clients. We've got 4 offices based around the country now, approximately 130 staff. Assets under administration of just over £1 billion, and we're very proud to be able to say that we've been voted Shares Magazine Best Advisory Stockbroker for the last 2 years. What I'm going to come on to today is just a little bit about, as I say, what we offer as a firm to try and differentiate ourselves from other stockbrokers. We can trade in all markets, equity markets, predominantly UK is obviously where we concentrate on, but we also can trade obviously around Europe and internationally, the US and Canada, Australia, and other markets now that many people obviously like to follow. Gilts, government bonds, obviously pretty standard. Corporate bonds and also convertibles, so all forms of fixed interest investments we can advise people on, and also investment trust and exchange traded funds. We can also deal in unit trusts, although to be honest, most stockbrokers these days tend not to do a huge amount of unit trust business. Investment trusts and ETFs are referred to usually a cheaper and more efficient way to trade markets. On the advisory service, which I work on as an investment manager, I'd like to just try and explain a little bit about what advisory is. We know many people are familiar with execution only. Advisory service, we do recommendations on a whole range of stocks in the market. We put out specific recommendations on FTSE 100 and FTSE 250 companies, other stocks in the mid-cap, fully listed area, and also the small cap and AIM stocks. A good part of the advisory service that we offer is also helping to manage your investment strategy. So it's not just on actually coming up with specific recommendations, but actually advising you on times to trade in the market, how to actually operate your investments. Quite often people find it very easy. Most people find it very easy to buy shares. Quite often people find it difficult to sell shares, particularly if, as happens from time to time, obviously they're going against you. So one of the things that we do when you'll have your own dedicated broker, is that broker will help you with your trading and obviously buying and selling, as well as with the recommendations. We'll also update you on market news generally and on company updates, so company figures when they're coming out, economic figures when they come along. The way we operate is purely on a commission basis, so you pay a commission when you trade. So there are no management fees or account charges. So if you open an advisory account with Beaufort, there's no cost for having that account open. There's no cost for having your stocks with us each year. So you just pay a commission, obviously, when we do a transaction. We have a premium advisory service, which is basically the same as the advisory service. Only again, on this one, it's value added in that we advise on your portfolio management. So the advisory service is very much buying and selling individual shares. On the premium advisory service, what we do is actually advise you on the construction of the portfolio. So obviously giving weighting to different areas, different markets, whether you're international or UK. Obviously, if you're looking for a balanced portfolio or an income portfolio, say specifically, we can advise you on the construction of an income portfolio, and obviously advise you on an ongoing basis on how that should be adjusted and changed. Because it's a more involved service, there is an annual fee, but it operates on a slightly lower commission rate. So obviously we're advising you, as I say, going forward, and that's why there's a fee for that service. That brings us on to a discretionary service. Portfolios are designed specifically around your desired financial goals. So we find out your level of risk that you're looking for, your investment objectives, and advise accordingly. We have a bespoke portfolio which is unique for yourself. The minimum investment for that is £100,000. But we also offer model portfolio services, of which the minimum investment that is just £5,000, which we believe is one of the lowest that's available in the market. And again, this is a model portfolio on a discretionary basis, so you're giving the firm basically discretion to buy and sell the individual investments within that portfolio, obviously, which means that you don't have to be involved. We send you regular updates on your investments. There is a single dedicated investment manager who looks after you, but all investments are based through an investment management committee, which have a combined experience of over 100 years of investing. We also have an online execution-only service, very efficient, £8 a trade to trade online or over the phone. You also have access to all of the information on the Beaufort website. There are no management fees or inactivity fees on that. So again, if you're just looking to make your own decisions exclusively, then that's a very efficient way of operating. The investment products that we offer across the board, individual savings accounts, I'm sure you're probably familiar with. Again, there's no annual management fees, no annual charges or management fees on that. So if you make your investment, whether it's on an advisory basis, you pay your commission. But if you make no transactions for a year, then there are no other charges, which we believe makes us one of the cheapest available products in the market, certainly for an advisory account. Self-invested personal pension. Again, there's no ongoing fees from the Beaufort point of view. There's an annual fee from the provider, £165 plus VAT. But again, if you're trading on an advisory basis, it's just the commissions for buying and selling. Contracts for differences, you may be familiar. We again offer a full advisory service for CFD clients, which basically means that we can advise again specifically on stock trades, but also on managing it, market events, very important. You can trade obviously through many providers very cheaply indeed, a bit like dealing online, execution only. But we do find that many people do struggle to actually consistently make money using CFDs because of the volatility and the nature of those products. So again, we offer an advisory service, value-added service, if you'd like. Enterprise investment schemes, which are very tax-efficient investments. Again, they will be tend to be more for higher net worth clients. We have to make sure that anything's suitable for you to invest. And inheritance tax through AIM stocks. You may be aware that certain AIM stocks, basically if you purchase them and hold them for several years, they fall out of your estate in relation to inheritance tax if you happen to pass away. Not necessarily an investment that many people like to consider, but again, it's very important. Tax planning, wealth management. We're not an accountant, we don't advise on tax as such. We can put you in touch with people, but obviously in relation to the actual investments, that's an area that we can advise on. Other services available to all clients. We have a free pre-market bulletin, the Breakfast Today, which comes out just before the market opens, has a little brief update on overnight markets, what we're expecting the FTSE to open. We'll touch on any significant news, company announcements, and economic news coming up. Also will include usually comments on a couple of companies from our analysts, whether it be FTSE 100 stocks, mid-caps, or as I say, again down to the AIM market. We do free research reports on companies again across the board of the spectrum in the stock market. They're all available on our website, and if you register for the email updates, you will get sent those as and when they're produced by our analysts. And as I say, those are free updates available to all. We often host investor evenings, seminars and exhibitions, obviously such as today. We also do company presentations. I think we're hosting one coming up in February next year on normally 3 or 4 companies that we're the brokers to or that we're supporting, which investors are welcome to come along to. We're also hosting an event for advisory clients or people looking for an advisory service in our offices actually Thursday of this week. Called Trading the Santa Rally. My colleague will give you a little sheet on the way out with details on that. It's in our offices in Moorgate from 6 o'clock in the evening. We'll run through again a little bit on the services of firm. 2 of my other colleagues will talk to you about the market and trading, and also, as I say, Trading the Santa Rally, giving you some ideas of stocks that we're analysing for going into the Christmas period. If you are interested in that, as I say, please take one of the notes and register, and we'd be delighted to see you. Other services of the firm, we have a corporate finance department. We are the broker to the largest number of mining stocks on the AIM market, which, being totally honest, is a rather difficult area of the market to be involved in at the moment. But it's obviously very important for all companies to have advisors that they can look after them and help them. So we get involved in fundraisings, whether it's with institutions or with private investors. So we quite often will be involved in placings in stocks which wouldn't generally be available to the investing public. For that, you do need to be an advisory client of the firm. But if you do have an interest down in that, in the small cap area of the market, certainly you can find a list of the companies we're broker to online on our website, that it may be something to get in contact with us and have a little chat about. We also get involved in IPOs from time to time. We sometimes get involved as the retail broker in some of the issues. So Lloyds Bank, the government's selling off their stake early next year. We hope to be involved in that. If you want to apply, you'll be able to register through Beaufort and apply for shares. That's basically about it, what I have to say. Just a brief introduction to the firm. So thank you for coming along. As I say, we'll give you a note on the way out, and if we can just scan your barcode on your entrance ticket, then we can drop you an email to keep in touch. I think I've got a couple of minutes just before the next presentation. I don't know if any of you have any questions about the services, or you can try me on the market. Well, if you register, if you sign up on our website, if you go to the home page, to the bottom of the screen, you can register for the Beaufort newsletter, and if you register there, you will get emailed the research reports automatically. Sorry. Yes, the breakfast report comes out before the market opens, so just before 8 o'clock. But as I say, if you register for that, you will get sent our research reports automatically as well when they're produced. For having the ISA, there's no management fees or annual charges. So if you set up an advisory account or an online account, the only charge that we have is actually for making the trade, is the commission. So once you've invested your £15,500 odd pounds, if you put the cash in, there's no charge for putting it in. Once you make the trade, you get charged, as I say, the relevant commission rate. If the investment, you don't change anything for 12 months, there are no other charges. There's no dividend collection fees, there's no annual charges. So we are one of the most competitive, certainly for an advisory account that's available in the market. If you're dealing online, it's £8 per transaction, that's right. Well, it's still the execution-only service. It's normally done online, but sometimes if you can't deal online, then you can phone up. Obviously, if you're don't have access to an online facility at the time, you can phone up and ask. Yes, sir. Sorry, which platform? The platform is just through our website. You can log into the website. It's our own platform, the online site, and also if you're an advisory advisory client, you can go in and you can look at your portfolio, which is live updates on the prices and obviously transactions and contract notes. But if it's the online service you're looking for, yes, it's our own platform. And as I say, you can trade online, or if you don't have access to a computer or smartphone at the time, then you can phone up, said to the other gentleman, and do your transaction over the phone. Yeah. Well, we're saying there we've got information, so there's the research, all of the research we have online. There's charting, so you can look at the charts that we've got. Again, RNS is company news. There's information on there. So it's broadly the sort of information that many firms are offering to you, but it's all available on that site, so you don't need to go and look at another site to see the announcement of news from a company or to have a look at the chart. Okay. I'm not sure if have we got the platform available on our stand. We can show you, yes, if you'd like to come out with us. Right, I think we're just about round up. So thank you very much. We'll wander out. If you have any more questions, obviously delighted to answer them. Thank you.